Hello, I'm Laura, and this is a special video sharing with you a very special legacy. Many of you have heard that Pope Francis has died at the age of 88, that he actually lived long enough to make it through Easter, to be present at Easter services and present for other people as he met with them that afternoon. And so we honor Pope Francis today in this video by talking about the spiritual legacy that he left us. Now, whether you are Catholic or not, whether you are even Christian or not, Pope Francis was a world leader, and he influenced the world with his personal values. And it is these values that we are looking at today that have made a difference during his time at the Vatican and will continue to make a difference because what he represented is something that is likely in all of our hearts. So what are those values? Well, I'm boiling them down to two main things: humility and love for people. Even the name Francis was chosen from Francis of Assisi because he demonstrated those two aspects: to be humble, to serve others. So Pope Francis tried to emulate those. Now, he wasn't perfect. There were a lot of mistakes. There were tremendously terrible things happening in the Catholic Church that were brought to the forefront during his time. And he dealt with them over time, but we'll always be outgrowing some of the stuff that has been harmful along the way. Yet, being the human being he was, working with human beings around the world, he still had a pure heart when it came to humility and being with others. He even carried his own personal bag, a bag of personal items that he wouldn't let others carry for him. Why? He said, because I'm a normal person. He also lived in humble surroundings compared to the way the Pope has usually lived through history. So he set that example of humility, and he set it through his love for others, his wanting to get out and among the people and interact with them and have a very special connection with them in that way. In fact, he was known as the people's Pope. So we will honor him today with a moment of silence. I'm not going to tell you what to focus on or what to think during this moment, except simply to be open to where your heart takes you when it comes to what those great spiritual legacies are and how they live in your heart. So let's take a deep breath and honor Pope Francis and all the people whose lives have been touched by his legacy in this pure-hearted moment. And so it is. Pope Francis said in a recent interview, "People want to live. People forge ahead. And people are fundamentally good." Remember, to be humble means to not fight with life, but learn from it, to help others and to let them help you, and to know that you too are a divine human being, learning and growing through your own mistakes and also celebrating your great victories. Well, we celebrate the victory of Pope Francis's legacy that lives in our hearts now and always. And why does it do that? Because it's always been there. Thank you for sharing your spirit with me today for this special video. I invite you to share it with others as we contemplate what we have learned from Pope Francis. God bless.